What's going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, using Nansen.ai, I'd like to do a quick deep dive into neural AI. Now, for most people, if I tell you you're going to get 100x, everyone's going to like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you you can make life-changing wealth in neural AI, but it's not going to be 100x from here. So hold your horses and, of course, smash a like. Welcome back to the video. First of all, out of the gates, I do believe neural AI makes at least 20x from here. Because some of you love the price prediction. I'm not going to wait for you to wait until the end of the video and then tease you with it. And the reason why I think neural AI has the potential to do that is several. One, if you look at the way they stagger their milestones, okay, it's very well designed in conjunction with the bull run. So what they have is launchpad and staking in Q4. They have Q4 public beta and tokenized wells, and I'll tell you what these are. Q3, I mean, Well Engine has already been announced. Of course, they've closed their alpha for Q3 as well. But this is very, very smart. Now, why do I think neural AI can do well this time round as opposed to the first time round? Well, it did incredibly well first time round. But if you look at when it got to $16, a lot of the big influencers, which is a problem sometimes because they were telling people to buy this at $15 or whatever dollars. And now that those guys have reduced their balances, have rinsed the token, and the team is building, I do believe once it breaks these resistance levels, you know, one of them just above $5, the other one here, $5.40. Once we clear $16, I can see this running to $50 pretty quickly. Now, you may think, DXP, neural AI is up $45 million. So where does your mathematics come from in terms of this hitting at least $1 billion? It's possible. $450 million will give you a 10x from the current market cap. Okay, that puts the token to about $45. A $100 token is $1 billion. Now, what you want to do is, depending on your own financial circumstances, get out somewhere in between. Okay, do not be greedy, guys, because with tokens like this, we are going to use the token god mode of Nansen.ai, my partners. By the way, Nansen.ai, best intelligence, has literally turned around the way I do. I look at these money flows and these wallets, hence why I alerted the crew to buying more neural AI when it was at $2, and we've doubled our money right now. So smash a like, join our VIP. It's just $9 a month. You don't need to pay $12,000 to use my, if you want to use my referral link, you can get a huge discount on Nansen.ai. But let's have a look at the token god mode, okay? So if we look at neural AI, some of the bullish things coming out of neural AI, of course, the Well Engine, but most importantly, neural AI pivoted to Solana, and that was a strategic move. But what we want to do is, when you look at this, right, what you see is audit is excellent, 23 out of 25. Now, one of the ones that it fails on, of course, we need to have concern, but one of them is the variable structure fee. And this is due to the fact that neural AI on Uniswap had a 5% or whatever percent fee that they used to have. I'm solely buying it on Solana now, and that has gone absolutely to the sidelines. So we don't really need to worry about fees. But what we need to look at is holder distribution. Is smart money coming back into the token? The answer to that is 100% yes. Smart money is up by nearly 5%. $41,000 have flown in from smart money wallets. For those of you who don't know what these are wallets that have very, very high balances on a dollar value, on a crypto value, and of course, very high win rate in terms of what Nansen identifies as smart wallets. Okay, public figures are coming back in, which means that they're preparing for new forms of marketing. I mean, they've done really well with their last campaign. But I didn't like the fact that the distribution was concentrated into few wallets previously, but now it's way better. Whales are back in neural AI, and I can show you there is a wallet that has bought a whopping $86,000 of neural AI and and they funded this from an account. I wasn't sure whether this was an exchange because they didn't tag it. However, if you look at this wallet, that balance is now worth, Neural AI, their balance is worth $131,000. So they've done really well. They're doubling their money in a very short space of time, and that's what Smart Wallets tag shows you. Whale tags on the Neural AI, but we can see here whale balance is dropping, of course, because the price right now is at $4.50. Very natural. Now, if you look at the top 100 wallets, that has also dropped. Now, let's see what the time scale is. Let's have a look at this in the last 30 days. Okay. And honestly, guys, once you start looking at these kind of whale balances, you start to see, who's buying, top 100 addresses, who's increasing what. You start to realize this game all of a sudden is way better having that intelligence than going in blindly. Because honestly, I can see distribution of whale wallets, top 100. Yeah, marginal increase. That's because they know something, right? And that thing is the crypto alpha that Neural AI has released over the last 90 days. One of them being Staking 2.0. The founder actually talked about sex listings, and of course, I really like the way he spoke about the strategy behind their reasons for not listing. Okay, do you get that? Reasons for not listing. And one of the reasons is, he said, all of these exchanges, centralized exchanges, they take money from the project, right? And they're not really producing natural volume. So if you look at Neural AI's volume today, this is 100% from centralized, decentralized exchanges on Radium and Uniswap, right? And that's nearly, 729K is nothing to be sniffed at. And I can show you tons of projects, major projects, even some smaller layer ones that can't get to a 500K volume. So this is very, I did like that. I went to his spaces and I thought he was very smart in terms of talking about that aspect of Neural AI. Okay, so what we said is they have these major catalysts coming. Now, remember when I went to this comparison here? Sandbox, 600 million, Neural AI, 20 million. Of course, now 45 million. Probably Sandbox is at 700 million or whatever. The impact of crypto gaming and an AI season, I believe, will send this to the ultimate honest prediction of 20x from here. Guys, if this gets to $1 billion, you're winning. You're winning. If you got into this last year and you've survived the depression, you're still winning. So I do believe a 20x, again, on retracements. Right now the token is approaching $5. So this is not the reasons why I'm telling you to look at Neural AI. This is not a buy alert. We've already done that in the VIP Discord, and I've talked about that. But when you start seeing transactions like this, $87,000 of USDT, right, or 23.7 ETH, or $90,000 swap for Neural AI, and this person did it on, they did it on ETH, right? So Neural is an interesting cryptocurrency to look at, and when I look at the Nansen's growth metrics on the token God mode, right? And you can see a top 100 hold 42% of the supply. These are concerns. So the reason why I'm not telling you this is going to go to 5 billion, 10 billion, 3 billion, you're going to be misled, guys, right? 17,000 holders. Supply held by the top 100 holders is 42.59%. Okay. Supplies held by fresh wallets is 1%. Amount held by medium holders, okay, across that 17,000 on average is about $330. So because the supply 42% is held by the top 100, even though I'm holding Neural AI, I would like you to be incredibly careful as we head into the bull run. So positives are the Weld engine. Okay, there's too many to mention, but I'll take you through them. Create 3D worlds, monetize your 3D worlds. Okay, turn your vision into immersive reality fast, create virtual assets in a dynamic world in 3D with no prior skills. Okay, that's ridiculously good. Okay, discover what our AI tools can do. These are all assets that could be deployed directly multi-chain into different gaming. That's absolutely insane. But I need you to stop this mindset of 100x. It can happen, but do not listen to anybody who's holding a ton of this that's telling you he's going to do 100x. I'm holding a decent chunk, but it's not, I'm not waiting for 100x is my point. Okay, but it is when you look at the key metrics, reasons why we buy crypto. Okay, you know, screw the utility, right? But sometimes circulating total and max can make a massive difference. Now, why is this trading $729,000 on DEXs? You got to ask yourself. That's because smart money is moving back into this token. Having said that, what are the holders doing? This is beautiful from Nansen. And I do believe this is the type of data, this is the type of analysis you need for you to be very careful and to be a smart trader as well. Okay, so that's the only thing. The only negative is make sure you take profits along the way. The positives are endless. Like I said, world engine, monetizing your AI worlds. Imagine, you know, that's a flywheel launch. The launch pad in Q4 should be absolutely nuts. Fees flowing to the incentive treasury, staking 2.0. So they're going to have proper staking now, exclusive perks, dynamic rewards. What else they're going to do for creators? Zero DevOps, hit deploy. That's actually creators on Neural. And of course, then they have instant distribution, share across the web, Telegram, mini apps, Discord, or whatever. Economic freedom, tokenized as NFT or utility tokens with built-in royalties, access passes, and in-world drops. Now, these in-world drops, and again, you know, they do have something for the regular, you know, normal everyday business. You can use to create 3D assets if you wanted to. That itself, you know, prompt to create. We know the world of ChatGPT, Midjourney, whatever. And these guys are a Bitins or subnet. So that's all great. All right, solo devs with big ideas, small studios scaling fast, AAA teams publishing, okay, boundaries, innovators redefine. Okay, these are all great marketing, what I call buzzwords, but really they do have that, you know, this is a real utility, right? So you can actually use neural AI to create these in-game assets and then export them to deploy them into your game or create a total world or a total game. Text to 3D, image to 3D, of course, in painting, right? And then they've got, of course, the 3D asset generators and time saved. These are all real world utilities. We know it's not gaming season. This is dual narrative. In fact, I would say narrative within a narrative will be an AI season and a Bitensor Tau season where the subnets really take off. That's one. An AI season in general. That's two. And of course, I would say a gaming season as well. So it is multi-narrative. And of course, if there's any dips, you know, just get, I don't know, 100 tokens, 500 tokens, 1,000, whatever you could afford. But what I do like is they've got these flexible plans as well. So remember, guys, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is that the tons of activity, future, what I say, future fundamentals of the project, like these launch pads, and the launch pads will be pumping out. It's almost like virtuals, guys, really, if you think about it. But instead, they'll be popping out these worlds, these AI worlds, and pumping them into like the gaming narrative. Okay, so these are the fundamentals, of course, hyperliquid, tax reduction on Solana. We talked about these. The world engine demos are about to drop, and that's going to be insane. So neural AI for me scores a very healthy, I'd probably say 8 out of 10. And of course, I've shown you the pitfalls of any token like this. And that's always to make sure that you are taking profit and not being stuck waiting for 100x like the other channels will tell you to always do. And that is how people get screwed. So I'm seeing money coming in. I'm seeing whales buying. I haven't seen an exchange listing. I've been to spaces in summary. The founder seems like a guy who smokes cigars and wears shades. Quite funny, but literally, if he can get me that 20x, I'll be looking forward to holding this in the next 3 months and taking huge profits. Let me know what you think, guys. Do you like this format of a video? That was your lowdown on all things Neural AI, latest happenings. And of course, let me know what you think of Neural AI if you hold it. Of course, do you agree with me that the holder concentration balance is high, therefore you need to take profit quick? Do you agree with me the fact that it still has way to go at $45 million? 10x is $450 million. 20x is just under $1 billion, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.